Hello, friend! Today I'm going to share about the smallest, biggest book.
And I'm going to share the Lucille Ball of Dance. Let's go, friend.
My cool sheet is a book. This is called Create Dangerously, The Power and Responsibility of the Artist. And it is by Albert Camus, translated by Sandra Smith. Albert Camus, one of the most well-known philosophers of the 20th century. Some of his best-known works include The Stranger, which is a great example of his philosophical leanings towards absurdism, humans' futile attempts at finding meaning in our lives. His huge swath of books and plays landed him the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1957, 3 years before he tragically died at the age of 46. But this book, Create Dangerously, is not one of his best-known works at all. It comes from a lecture he gave in 1957, the year he got the Nobel Prize, and has been published as a small book that is amazingly relevant to us today, both in our consideration of art, as well as artists' and creators' places in the media. This tiny book is so meaty, and so I want to describe some of it. I'd love to describe the whole thing, but I can't, so I'll touch on just a few nuggets. And one of the things he says right out of the gate, he says art is a deceitful luxury, and states right off the bat and goes deeper into this idea and fleshes it out on several levels, digging in and bringing us to a place and things we haven't thought about before, possibly. Another statement, something he said, I'll paraphrase it. Art is both rejection and acceptance at the same time, which allows for it to be perpetually torn apart. So in this statement, he's making several points, and probably more that I didn't even catch. But one of them is that we will always need art. Yes. One thing that many people say is that it's all been done. But from Camus' standpoint, art will always be seen differently, will always be disregarded by the critics and based by the fans, and will be pondered by the intellectuals, or it will be simply felt by those who engage with it. This book is such a beautiful little thing. If you haven't read any Albert Camus, I would say this is a great place to start. Create Dangerously.
Well, this is cool. I have not read anything from Albert, so I will check it out.
Yes,
for sure. Now he says tiny. Did you just, like, how tiny are we talking? Like
it's thin and it's small.
Okay.
So I meant to bring it and I forgot, but it's
It's a little thing.
So it's a little thing, but I will say when I read it, like I read it slowly, and I don't. You could read it in one sitting, like easy peasy. Sure. But it's one of those things where you would. Because I love to think about, wow, he wrote this, or he said it, it was a speech, in 1957. And what was the world like then? And then how is that now? And how has it been in between? And how has it been before? And what is it going to be like in the future? There's just so much to think about.
Yeah, and just to think about one of those little passages and really, ponder each meaning of everything. Kind of like, that's how I was doing one of Derek Sivers' books.
Yes,
I was reading one chapter. It's only 1 or 2 pages per chapter, but I would just read one a day and like really think about it. Yeah. And just like live with that chapter for that day and see how it would change even over the day, how I would think about it differently. So it sounds like you could really do something like a piece of work like this. So,
yeah.
I can't wait to check it out.
It's powerful.
I can't wait. I will definitely get it.
Excellent.
My cool sheet, I'm going to be talking about a TikTok account, and this is Smac McCreanor. Smac Sarah McCreanor, aka Smac, is in her 20s, and she's from Brisbane, Australia. I'll get that. And if you don't immediately fall in love after watching just one of Smac's videos, then you might want to check your pulse. She is the perfect mix of beauty and humor and talent, and she immediately had me smitten. And it wasn't just me, because she immediately won the hearts of all 4 judges during her audition of So You Think You Can Dance, winning 4 golden tickets. I'm not totally sure what that is, but I'm pretty sure that it's a good thing, and they don't do it all the time. Now, her dance style, she has a lot of talent. She is trained, but she blends in the wackiest humor. So she actually got TikTok famous with her interpretive dance. This is relating to Karen's previous cool sheet of hydraulic machinery smashing things. So there's a whole YouTube genre where it's just watching things get smashed with hydraulic equipment. People just like that for some reason. Well, what she would do is she would split the screen on TikTok and show that happening, and then she would be that thing getting crushed. So if it was a red shampoo bottle, like a solid red, she'd be in solid red, and then she would, the hydraulic press would start going down, and she'd start with her face, and then it would explode, and she'd be and she'd just freak out. Or if it would squash, she'd do the splits and get super flat, and it was just so hilarious. It got her really, really popular. Now she's changed it up a little bit because she couldn't do that the whole time, although she has tons of videos. Definitely check those out. But then she would do different beats of each song. So she'd be like the drums, and she'd kind of shake around to the beat, and then it'd be the guitar, and she'd do a little different dance, and then she'd duplicate herself, or it'd be her friends. She's so creative. This one person called her the Lucille Ball of Dance, and it's a perfect nickname for her. I just love her so much. Definitely check out Smac.
I love this. I am gonna love this.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but it's just such up my alley, like that creativity and the dance.
Yeah,
and,
she doesn't
cool.
take herself seriously.
I love
but
it.
you can also tell that she's super talented and definitely knows what she's doing in both things, in comedy and professional dance, which is a two very hard things to do, but then to blend them together, you don't see a ton of like comedy dance like that and pulled off as well as she does. And she's just, like I said, she's so delightful when she does talk and on her TikTok account, and she has, of course, that lovely Australian accent.
Of course.
And oh my gosh. And she, of course, she's very cute. She's a redhead. Who doesn't love redheads? And she's just great in every possible way.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And it's Brisbane, is how
Okay.
they say it.
Yeah.
I mean, for us Americans, it looks like Brisbane. Come on, what's the problem? No, they say Brisbane. And I'm probably still not even saying it right.
Right.
That's amazing. All right, thank you. I'm going
You're
to check
welcome.
that out. And for any of our cool sheets you're interested in finding more about, you can go to 10bestest.com/betweenmusic. Thank you for joining us, friend. I'm Karen McFarlane Holman.
And I'm Brian Hart.
Let us know in the comments. Did you know much about Albert Camus?
And let us know who's your favorite TikTok star.
If you're enjoying the show, please give us a like and share it with a friend.
Stay tuned for another fabulous show.
And don't forget to stay curious.